are the setups for the microphones that we've used. Microphones in pretty much close proximity. The KSM 353 ribbon microphone that's at the back here. This is being used more as a room mic today. Here's the lavalier on the mandolin. Here's the same lavalier on the mandolin. So, this is it's a PVC jacket with a very thin sticky pad. And this sticky pad actually sticks to the instrument, but does not, it's a very strong sticky pad, but does not leave any form of residue. Yeah. And here is something interesting, which, this Beta 98HC is actually meant for horns. It's trumpet, saxophone, trombone, but it also has a very important application, and that is for strings. So here you can see how we've clipped it onto this this part here, and it's it is around a good 6 to 8 inches away from the violin, from the strings. Okay, so everyone, today we have with us Miss Shruti Bhave. So, guys, what we'll do first is I want to have a little conversation with Shruti about the instrument. Okay, so I want to know basically. Tell us something more about the violin. What kind of woods are they made from? How can the sound change, like from a viola to a violin? How is it? How is a viola made that the sound is different from a violin? What kind of strings are you using? What is the gauge of the strings? Various things like that. Tell us about the violin.
So the primary difference of the sound that both of the instruments like viola and violin, and basically the whole violin family of cello and the double bass, it's the volume, the size, and the kind of strings. It's the combination of the make, the bodies, and the strings, the gauge, as you said. So I would want to know what gauge I'm using exactly, but for violin I definitely use the violin set, which is the GDA string standard strings, which are tuned to GDA. But as I have an Indian classical music background, I also tune it to the Indian tuning, which is Sapa Sapa, which is like DADA or ADAD for that matter, or anything in the not in the perfect fifth as we traditionally do in the Western classical violin tuning. And for viola, it's one range lower. Like when you have GDAE for violin strings, it's CGDA for viola. So that's just one range lower. One range lower is cello, and the double bass is even more, one range lower to that. So this is how it is. And for what I have done is I have another violin itself. It's not a viola. Viola is like a couple of inches taller than violin in the height.
Okay.
And also for obvious reasons, because it has longer strings which are give you deeper sound, and they are thicker with the coiling. And but I have coiled viola strings on the violin, so it's a little heavy for that little baby, but it's doing quite well for me. So
cool, awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Very, very good to know.
Yeah.
Could you just touch up once more on the tuning
Sure.
of the instruments?
Sure. Should I talk?
Yeah, no, I wanted to know what you tune the violin
Yeah.
to.
Right now I have tuned my violin to GD.
Right.
Because it is the Sapa in the Indian music that you can say it,
Right.
like the open strings that I have used, because that allows me to play only in one scale. And but the way the Western violin is tuned, it is basically a provision to play the violin in different scales, and that's how it is. Like guitar, like the piano, even the violin has that provision in the GDAE tuning, which is the perfect fifth tuning. It has the provision of with ability, I must say, that the one can play in all the scales possible, which is definitely not possible with that proficiency in the Indian tuning. But then Indian tuning has its plus points of to be able to generate Indian melodies which are more glides and meads and gamaks. So the Indian tuning enables to play. The tuning enables to play them more better, in a better way. So yeah. that's how it is.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So tell us, what are we going to be listening to first?
Okay. I'll just play a song that I'm playing an Indian Bollywood song.
Okay.
And I think I'm sure everybody knows it. So I'll just play around. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
So guys, what are we going to listen to first will be the PGA 181, which is dead center, the black microphone. And then to the left of that microphone is the SM27, which is the large diaphragm condenser. And to the right of that is a little silver looking mic, that is the Beta 181 or Beta 181. And then back of the room, about 3 or 4 feet away, is the large diaphragm ribbon microphone. So that is the KSM 353. And after that, we'll actually switch to the Beta 98, which is on the violin. So take it away, Shruti.
Thanks.
Awesome. So good. So guys, now we're going to switch to the SM27. So good, I could listen to that all day. Okay, so can we have another small bit with the SM27?
Sure.
Yeah. You can play maybe the same piece. I'll just change the microphone on my end.
Maybe do one part where she can play without the reverb.
Yep, sure. We'll cut the reverb
Yeah.
and we'll switch
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
next mic.
please.
So this is the Beta 181, but this time without
Yeah,
reverb.
this SM27 was sounding awesome, man.
Yeah. Cool. So now we're going to switch to the Beta 181, which is the little silverish looking microphone in the side. So we'll switch to that. Yeah.
I can play with the same
Yeah,
thing.
play with the same instrument. No need to change. Perfect. So this is Beta 181, no reverb. So good. So that was the 181
It sounds
without
awesome.
reverb. So
The first microphone, Fali, can you tell which was the first one we used?
the
The
first one
first
we tried was the
that she played?
PGA 181, the one in the center, the black microphone in the center. There
Okay,
was
okay.
that.
Then the second
And
was
now,
SM27 and third
second
is
was the
Beta.
SM27 to the left, and then the Beta 181 to the right. And now we'll actually listen to the Twinplex. Let's see what that sounds like.
Yeah, are we having the room mic on during all these things? No,
Not yet. We haven't turned on the room mic
not
yet.
yet.
So this was just
Okay.
the instrument as it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Perfect.
let's check maybe the same piece out, and this time we'll listen to it with the Twinplex. And shall we have reverb on or reverb off?
Keep it off, I think. Keep it off.
Okay. Okay, cool. Done. So this is Twinplex. Let's hear this.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
This sounds awesome. If you notice, with this Twinplex, you really get the bowing sound to the, like,
Yeah.
you can hear the
Yeah.
grains.
Yeah. And it's
It's
right
very
behind.
nice.
So if you look at the violin, there's a little white dot behind the bridge. So that's where the microphone is. So it's placed right over there.
Ah, yeah.
So the bridge is you can see the bridge, and then right behind that there's a small white dot, and the white dot is
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
it's the housing for the Twinplex. So it sits
Yeah.
in that.
It's sounding really cool, natural, like with this. And I'm sure, like, once we add let's start with maybe adding the ribbon mic with this and
Yeah.
just bleed
Okay.
it and
Let's
balance it.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, what we're going to listen to now is the Twinplex with the 353 ribbon microphone, both together. Awesome. So this is what you were listening to was about 50% Twinplex and about 80% odd the room mic was this session. So you actually hear more of the resonance of the resonance trail of the violin. Awesome. Shruti, shall we just listen to the Beta 98 on the other violin once?
Sure.
Awesome. Now listen to the Beta 98. There you go. Super. Shruti, let's hear one small bit more, and maybe this time we'll turn on a little reverb and listen to a violin in full reverb glory.
Sure.
And then we'll get in Mr. Manish and we'll check out the acoustic other instruments that he's brought with him. Superb, superb, awesome. So, guys, for everyone's information, Shruti has a awesome YouTube page, has an awesome Instagram page. Shruti Bhave, please follow her, and she puts up videos very often, and those videos sound awesome. So,
Thanks, Pali. Thanks.
no problem. Thank you very much, Shruti. And guys, we really like to do these sessions because we don't, on a regular work day, we don't get time to do this. We don't get time to
Yeah.
just listen to microphones and, listen to great musicians play. So I'm like, this is probably the first time I'm doing this sitting in a studio and listening to violin. So I'm